Well, gee, hello again. You know, the appointment got canceled, so I've had more time to think besides working out, and I'll go do that in a minute, riding a bike and such. But I got this news about an Oscar. I just like y'all to listen. I'll print it out too. Obama should be awarded the Hello Oscar because of its overacting the entire Congress and Senate of the United States of America. Could it be that you, dear brothers, congressmen and senators, the United States of America, don't you guys get it, or maybe never there, that you are responsible for the life of freedom in America? And this feeling should be going out to everyone under God's loving hands, and not by killing, because that makes you just as guilty as anyone, and why this needs to be stopped. But you, dear United States government, what were you really thinking? What were you really after in the first place? Like, was Obama's trip really necessary to you, that you felt you should let him do this? Or was it something else? What else did he proclaim to you so that you let this in on American citizens? Living in a love that should be shot around the world. But by today's standards, that now is already happening all around the world. And it is really quite amazing. There are no words to express. Smiling and feeling is there. Relax and breathe it in. Just brothers and sisters all over this earth. That is all that is ever done. We've been showered with some gifts here that's going to correct the air in the Earth system. And it'll wipe out all that the chemtrails scattering were trying to do in a very poor and dangerous way as usual. But to the United States government, Vermont's kin, way back, you know, they would have had, you're all done in by now, including indistinguishable Brahma, would have never happened. What was it? What was that speech that Obama privately gave to you that sold you to sell us out? So now you will prosper in the said wealth, the coming? Well, it's all there can be in God. Well, it's all there can be in God. Well, it's all there can be in God. It takes a while for that to sink in for me. The Creator, God of all, from the beginnings of the beginnings, without which there was and would be nothing from, our God that created all human beings on His created first, are all equal, and invite you to kill is not on the same menu as crush the person, the Christ, that saved us from that kind of behavior, that we don't ever have to join in. But if it should come down to those unfortunate times when the hands of God will always survive. It's just the creepy ones that don't want to die, lying there hidden and lied, and now they're coming off. Their kind has grown to do this again. Bloodlines. And that is all evil in itself. How now about it, men of Christ, Cristiano, like born again? Be ready, we may have to rise against, because the Congress and the Senate of the United States seems to have stolen a soft way out, and is giving the people in the United States into the hands of Islam. And this soft way out did and is giving the people in the United States to the hands of Islam, where nothing can ever be anything but born from into a spirit of murdering, raping, slaughtering women and children. Yes, even our babies, yours and mine, being raped until they die. As this was Muhammad's pleasure, so he got this from the moon god of Arabia. Yes, that Allah. Can you not see out through the chest of that, the jest of that? God so willed his will into all that be born in Christ. No evil can ever defeat in Christ. Thought, though he was made dead, then to rise, then is the only born again through death, never twice. We stand invincible with women of Christ, though we stand not alone but untimed, but united together. This love we have is not worth anything that Obama or any mullah murdering, bullshitting liars, which when one does lie for something, then one turns into to be with the Father, which is the father of all lies, and yet could never be the father of anyone, for it had its balls handed to him right as he was being kicked out of the Creator Father's beavers. Yeah. I can feel you thinking now about that word, huh? Nah. I can tell you all easily, but in God it is, we must always trust to guide us safely to win, now soon to be united, untied everyone under God, the Creator of all, or there will be none of the crap the mullahs that have shoved down all Muslims' throat, and once vowed, they can never relinquish that bond that they now share with the whore of all the earth, all the devil's same. Islam, Muhammad, Mecca's mullahs. Be gone. You know, it's like seeing into, you know, the future, that moment just there, and what it can be, what it can truly, truly be. But the thought that makes me not smile is it's not being done, it's not being so, it's not being carried about. And everybody should be carrying a torch for that. You know, if you're whatever religion, your name, whatever that is, it's all connected to one. And these guys just draw a little part of it, get everybody banded together, and they take a lot of money by doing it, and it's not even really necessary. They just found a way to make a buck. And it's using things in the wrong way, especially Catholic churches. They know so much, and they're not telling. And they should be crushed along with others. And it's not meant to be that way on this God's earth. Yeah. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do next? Wow. I guess that puts me in a place, doesn't it? Or I could be. Or I could be. And it's really just for all. Now just send me your credit card number to this phone line right here. I'll be sure to hook you up, and you'll be saved forever with me in God's heaven. Now, come on, that's funny, and they do that a lot. But there's other stuff before this. I'm not kidding at all. Peace, and let's see what slides.